We've uncovered new information that needs to be shared. Information that is too important not to get out there. We're counting on you, our friends, to spread the information. We need your network. We need your power. Here are the facts. Amal Macmillan, politician, pro-time loop activist, and violator of human rights. Amal Macmillan, politician, pro-time loop activist, and violator of human rights, actually leads the group that activated the time loop. Amal Macmillan is the person who ordered to activate the time loop prematurely. She should be confronted and unmasked. She acted without democratic consent, and even though she will deny...
Currently...
Your story is one message anytime. Jenny?
At the end of this week, voting stations will open on the subject of the time loop.
So if you haven't thought about what to vote yet, start thinking now. Don't think it doesn't affect you, because it will. This vote is all about our future.
Don't let others decide for you. It's time our voices were heard too.
There is no excuse. There will be a voting station inside of the campus grounds, main auditorium of Building A to be precise. Be there.
I'll be there as a member of the polling staff, handing out ballots.
Another great reason to go and vote.
Not really.
Girl, you're awesome. Anyone should jump on the opportunity to meet you at the voting office and talk to you in person.
Thanks.
But seriously, get informed. Don't believe everything you hear, but start researching. You owe it to yourself and to the rest of the nation.
We'll be talking about the vote all week, so if you have thoughts or opinions on the time loop, let us know.
We need to find out how this time loop will impact our lives. The pro and con time loop groups are trying to reel us in with their arguments, but we all know that election talk can be, well, bullshit.
We are trying to get to the truth between the propaganda.
So send us any snippet of info you have, and we will discuss it open-mindedly. Promise. Meanwhile, here are some official campus announcements. The West Canteen will be closed all week due to refurbishments. So if you're hungry, make sure to get over to the East Canteen early because it will be packed. Also, the Study Advice Center has extended its opening times due to high demands.
Amal Macmillan, politician, pro-time loop activist, and violator of human rights, actually leads the group that activated the time loop.
Wait, what? Are you hearing this, Jenny?
Sorry, I was distracted for a bit. That sounded... Never mind.
We said we would take all opinions on this subject seriously, so that is what we'll do. If this is true, it's big. Wow.
Are we being lied to by the government?
This is a scoop, Jenny. We need to investigate the shit out of this.
I know.
Alright, this is going to be a short rant. You know when you're in line to buy something and there's lots of people behind you? Next time, take your fucking money out of your purse before it's your turn. I mean, it's not like you have anything else to do while waiting. Thank you on behalf of the people behind you. Oh, it's going to be an interesting morning because we have a special guest today. Why don't you introduce yourself? Please welcome my new co-host, Sadie. Sadie hasn't found her radio voice yet, but a bowl of water should do the trick. So, basically, the station management has been suggesting we should find a co-host for ages now. Apparently, according to data, shows with two presenters are more successful. So, in order to improve the ratings, I would need a co-host. Preferably a woman, obviously. And that's where Sadie comes in, don't you, girl? I don't even know if she's really called that. I just thought she looked like a Sadie. I took her off the streets this morning. She doesn't have a collar, so I guess she's a stray. But, well, if you're listening and your dog is missing, tough. Anyway, Sadie's specialty is answering questions about the government. So, if you have any, please send them in, and Sadie will bark once for yes and twice for no.
Am I on? Yeah, I think it's a disgrace picking up a stray dog just for laughs. She must be terrified and overheated with all those studio lights.
Studio lights? Hey, we're not on TV, mate. If we were, you could have seen that Sadie's wagging her tail. Next!
You must think you're so funny with a female dog. I thought you were a feminist. Asshole.
Are we being lied to by the government?
Sadie, this one's for you, darling. Bark once for yes, twice for no. I guess Sadie is still undecided. Meanwhile, let's ponder on the idea of lying for a bit. Remember I told you I picked Sadie up off the streets this morning? In fact, my canine sidekick is actually my producer's. She brought her dog to work today, and I thought it'd be fun to wind up the station managers a bit. And you listeners, obviously. Wow, wasn't that honest of me? Well, guess what? I lied, and it was fun. So, here's my statement, and feel free to repeat it. There is nothing... So, here's my statement, and feel free to repeat it. There is nothing wrong with lying every now and again. Feminism is so overrated. I'm just pro-humans in general. Oh yeah, and dogs. Next! And can I just remind you all that Sadie's specialty is answering yes-no questions on the subject of the government. So, please help us raise the quality
of the day.
Fresh FM.
It's time for my favorite segment. Yay!
It's time for Tall Tales.
Today we're calling Rakeem, who has an amazing story to tell.
It's ringing!
Yes?
Is that Rakeem? This is Michelle from Fresh FM. You're live on the radio.
Wow.
Bob here, Rakeem. Bit shy, are ya? No need to be. Your story sure isn't.
Your story is one of the tallest tales we've ever heard.
Our tall tale meter has been set up and calibrated, so bring it on.
You know the deal. Just tell the story and the meter will rank it. And if you make the top 5, you get a top prize.
Right.
So, Rakeem, tell us your tall tale.
Well,
Out with it, babe. I'm dying with excitement here.
I know, but... Shit.
Chickening out, Rakeem?
No, of course not, man.
Okay, let's help you out a bit. Your story involves a sauna and one of your teachers, right?
I don't want to tell the story.
Rakeem, what's happening, babe?
It's not true. It's a lie. I'm sorry, Michelle.
Shit, man, you're too good for this world. Meanwhile, our listeners sent us this.
So, here's my statement, and feel free to repeat it. There is nothing wrong with lying every now and again.
Do you agree, Shell?
Well, let me tell you a story. I was supposed to go out with my friend yesterday, but she canceled.
Bummer. You should have called me instead.
You wish. Anyway, so my friend said she was having pulsating headaches. Because the time loop has already been implemented, and it's messing with her mind.
Sounds like something messed up her mind, all right?
Exactly. I just didn't want to call bullshit and risk upsetting her. So I lied and I said I totally believed her. But I felt like shit afterwards. What if she's really going bonkers? Then I'll have added to her delusions.
Well, I hope your friend isn't listening now.
Oops. Ah, shit.
Anyway, where were we?
So what? You're bailing out?
I guess so.
Which is interesting because we think this could lead to a break.
I've done this for 24.
Has your research influenced your own opinion on the implementation of the time loop?
I'm not giving out advice on how to vote if that's what you're looking for. I'm a scientist, not a politician.
But if you can't advise us, who can? Just a second. We've received an interesting message.
So, my friend said she was having pulsating headaches because the time loop has already been implemented, and it's messing with her mind.
Pulsating headaches. This sounds very much like something you found in your research.
It does. But since the time loop hasn't been implemented yet, this is most likely something else.
To be honest, we've gotten some messages from listeners who seem adamant that the time loop has already been implemented.
And you have investigated this?
No, we've not discussed this until now because, obviously, we have a duty to stick to the facts and not spread uninvestigated rumours.
Obviously, and I certainly don't want to add fuel to stories like that.
But this individual with headache symptoms could be the missing link we're looking for.
I have to be honest, I am intrigued. My science heart is beating faster, so to say.
And my investigative journalism heart. If you're the person experiencing the headaches, please get in touch. I feel we have a moral duty to investigate this. Also, Minister Amal Macmillan is in the studio tomorrow. I'll personally see to it that we discuss these details with her. I won't rest until we get to the bottom of this. That's my promise to you as a journalist.